So really, the Chief Executive Marius Murray of F&B and all other F&B representatives, members of Archive, Tower Technology and EnviroServe, representatives from many different media organizations that I briefly met this morning, fellow colleagues from Sasol. It is with great pleasure that I can welcome you here today. I mean, you can see from Marcel her passion. If you ever want to see someone being persistent and persevering, all the P's, passion, persistence, perseverance. I won't go into any P's that aren't flattering, but all the flattering P's you can think of, and I'll add fun, spelled P-H-U-N. Then Marcel and Ravash, are those two people. Ever so often I would get this very cryptic email. You need to come and talk to us. And then I would go, yes, Marcel, and then I would get a story about the project. And I think in a period of 2 months, I probably got many emails and many, please just come here quickly. And I was at one stage, I was afraid to go up to the top floor in case I saw Marcel and Ravash, because they were really passionate about this project. And in addition to that, they were always trying to sell the concept, not only from a ChemCity perspective, but really from the perspective of the value it will add in terms of the South African economy and why this project is so critical. But, I lived in Germany for 7 years, so occasionally I refer to some German poets. So today I would like to just refer to von Goethe, who said, in the realm of ideas, everything depends on enthusiasm. But in the real world, all rests on perseverance. So the magic of ChemCity, I think, is in that we strike the balance, that balance between enthusiasm and perseverance. Because we like to develop and nurture cutting edge ideas while persisting with the entrepreneur through those very real world challenges anyone faces in setting up a new business. Now, authentic business and real business calls for character, culture, and personality, so another P, which will not only preach, but also do, and perhaps more importantly, to be. So we're getting very philosophical here, but Sasol F&B and Tower Technology partners today celebrate the fruits of an endeavor that has really achieved this balance, the balance between enthusiasm and perseverance. And the team whose passion and perseverance really transcends their preaching. We can all stand on a podium and say we believe in X, Y, Z, but it's only really the action to deliver X, Y, Z that makes it real. I always say an idea is only an idea until it's implemented successfully. Then you can count it as a success. So after 3 years of hard work, dedication, and commitment, the team have developed a technology that is not only poised to provide a sustainable solution for housing, but it will also foster further job creation opportunities in South Africa. It's been quite a journey for the team. 3 years to bring a technology to this stage, and they will unveil a slice of that innovation later this afternoon. And we're hoping that this, as my daughter's 11 years old, that this awesome innovation will rock the building industry. I've been told this week that I'm a cool mother. So I am working on staying and being a relevant cool mother. So Sasol ChemCity, what do we do? A lot of people have told me when I moved to work here 2 years ago that it's, what do they really do? It's such a well-kept secret. So unless you're an entrepreneur or one of our partners, most people actually don't know what we do. But we're Sasol's enterprise development vehicle. We got endorsed as that last year, so it's a major step for us. And we focus on developing and supporting SMEs in chemical, energy, and related sectors. So that's our focus. So if you don't fall into those areas, we won't look at you. But as you can say, I have a saying to say that, if you look at chemical, energy, and related, if anyone can tell me of a business that doesn't fall into that mandate, I've had this challenge for 2 years. Mostly everything is chemical, energy, and related. So we actually look at most entrepreneurs. But in support of our mandate, which is to foster chemical energy and related industry, we place a strong emphasis on aligning with national priorities in terms of achieving Millennium Development Goals, and of course in the South African context, broad-based BEE. So a key focus for government, as I'm sure you all know, other than job creation, is housing. And quality housing in South Africa, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the front page with toilets in the veld and houses that, if it rains, the roof disappears. I mean, the saddest story I heard was on the Cape Flats, when the lady got the key to a new house, and she was quite excited, and they interviewed her a year later, and she said that her dad had died, and there was no ways that the body could actually gracefully and respectfully get out of the house because it was so narrow. So they had to lower the body through a window. So really, I mean, that is not quality housing. If you haven't considered all the components of having a good house and its dignity and respect, we don't want housing that is a solution that isn't aspirational. So the project team have been very focused in their approach in finding a viable solution to address the challenges we have in the affordable housing space. And most of us are aware that there is a critical shortage. I'll just share some stats with you. First of all, did you know that we're only one of 30 countries in the world that have enshrined the right to housing in our constitution? Only one of 30. And despite delivering 2.4 million subsidized houses in the past 12 years, our backlog continues to grow, and it's currently estimated at roughly the same figure again. And you can agree with me that we can't spend another 12 years trying to build a backlog of 2.4 that grows at 2.4 almost every 12 years. So we need to find a different solution, a quick solution, an affordable solution to close this gap. But unfortunately, unscrupulous people do enter the market. Market-driven economies, we don't have to talk about that. So it's allowed technologies in which unfortunately, first of all, might not be affordable, but secondly, that is inferior. So we are saying that affordable housing solution does not have to be inferior. It also does not have to be as expensive as brick and mortar. But it must be a solution that is accepted by the market, because if you can't provide a house that someone would love to live in and say, this is a house that I would want, you actually haven't provided a solution. So F&B, Sasol Chem City and Tower Technologies were from the onset really fully aware of all these challenges, issues, and we've made it our prerogative to try and address them in a sustainable solution, because that is what this is about. And given the expertise we have in our different areas, we've joined forces as the private sector, and everyone always says the private sector works against each other, but this is a perfect example where you can jointly deliver something. And we believe that we found a groundbreaking and innovative way of dealing with a shortage. So if you look at Tower Technologies, their technological expertise and prowess, F&B's financial solutions, and Sasol Chem City's innovation history, that has really come together to provide the solution. At the same time, Sasol is committed to minimizing its environmental footprint, and one area of focus for us is the beneficial use of waste. And in this technology, we're actually using ash, which is one of the waste streams in Sasol, to actually look at building these panels. But the catalyst behind this collaboration is twofold. It's the fulfillment of what we are here to do, and we always say we're the nicest Sasol company to work for, because we get to come to work every day and live our higher purpose, and that is to deliver sustainable entrepreneurs into the chemical energy and related sector. But it's also a step in minimizing the Sasol environmental footprint. But naturally, you need to test the market's acceptance of the product and the innovation, and therefore the partnership with F&B to develop the first houses in Cosmos City. Now, I don't want to tell you about Cosmos City because you will be hearing about that later, but just briefly, it's a mixed housing development. It's approximately 1,200 hectares, and it serves as a place of opportunity for people of all strata to actually mix, work, and live together. I also won't be spending a lot of time on the technical detail of the project, because Tower Technology will cover that, and Marcel and Ravash will also be giving you the detail. I made a joke with Ravash this morning. I said to him, no, you mustn't worry, I won't answer the technical details. I do know that I get paid to smile and look pretty. So I do understand. I don't want to steal anyone's thunder. So he and Marcel will happily answer any queries also on the challenges. The Tower Technology will share from an entrepreneur perspective. What is the challenge in actually trying to develop a new technology and get acceptance for the technology? And they can share how difficult it is to bring a new innovation to market. You know, we did say it's 3 years. A favorite quote of mine is George Bernard Shaw. And he said, the reasonable man looks at the world and tries to adapt himself to the world. The unreasonable man looks at the world and tries to adapt the world to himself. So therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. And we tell all our entrepreneurs that if they're not unreasonable, they are not going to succeed. Because in order to succeed, you must be prepared to fail a few times. You must be prepared to be stubborn. You must be prepared that people tell you you're an idiot. You must be prepared that people say that idea is never going to work. And despite all of that, you believe that it's going to work, you be unreasonable, and you continue with that idea until you know that it's either not going to work yourself, or you have made it work and you found all the forces to join you to make it work. From a technology perspective, though, the opportunity that this panel gives you, which is a steel frame panel that encloses a foamed cement ash mixture glued together by a polymer binders. That's my technology speech for the day. But it can be used in any fit-for-purpose design. So you can use it in a house. You can use it in a shop. You can use it in a hospital. You can use it at a school. So really, once we can commercialize this technology, the sky is only the limit for any entrepreneur in this field. So where to from here is really to get the project to be fully commercialized. What does that mean? We have to establish a panel producing factory. At the moment, it's small scale, it's not fully commercialized, and we must be able to deliver these panels to various customers that serve the construction industry. So the dream really of this partnership is to revolutionize the building industry in South Africa and to restore dignity by allowing citizens to own their own homes, but it's homes they can be proud of, that they won't say it is a second-rate home that has been given to me as a social house. It must have the same aspirational value than a normal standard brick and mortar house. And that makes me think of Robert Kennedy. I see I'm quoting only men. Next time I must think of quoting women. So about having a dream, he said that some men look at things the way they are and they ask why. And he said that he prefers to dream of things that are not and therefore ask why not. So I think if we did not ask the questions in the project team around why can't we look at housing differently, we would still be debating whether the backlog can really be taken care of or not. So in addition, as a business incubator and developer, Sasol Chem City, we look forward to providing expertise and business development support to entrepreneurs in this field who can become active in the construction of these panels or downstream businesses that sell or distribute these panels in the building industry. So on behalf of our team at Sasol, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the real collaboration of the various players across vastly different industries that has come together and to celebrate the creation of a winning product that really addresses multiple needs. I want to acknowledge the thinking and dedication of Tower Technology and Marinus, and to F&B and Marius, they're both M's, and to for them to have understood government's objectives and to partner with us to provide access to potential affordable housing solutions. So a special thanks definitely to the team at Chem City for their hard work. You know, we are passionate individuals. who with their astute business development skills and, very importantly, relationship management skills, actually opened the doors for the partnership. You know, you don't just create a partnership because you're a big guy and you knock on another big guy's door and say, hey, let's work together. You know, partnership comes through collaboration and relationship that has been built through work together. My personal highlight of the project has really been that we didn't just create a new product. We actually created an opportunity that addresses the real needs of real people, and we can make a tangible difference. So in conclusion, a bit of a conundrum of a quote. It says, it's from T.S. Eliot, and he said, "We shall not cease from exploration. And at the end of all our exploring, the aim will be to arrive where we started and to know and understand that place for the first time." So thank you.